In my last video, I said this. Apparently, Glaive is now a pocket-sized nuke capable of wiping out everything from your star chart, to sorties, to arbitrations, to steel path. It doesn't frickin' matter, this thing will just eat it all. You know, I totally meant that, and today I'll show you what I've been up to since I uploaded that video. To bring you up to speed on what happened in the last video if you didn't watch it, the Glaive is insanely broken in terms of damage output. By no means should any man ever have access to this kind of power. But now that I do, I decided to spend some time in one of the many deserted game modes in Warframe that was introduced and then quickly abandoned by most of the community. Now, I say deserted, but of course it's a bit more complicated than that. The mode that I'm of course talking about is Steel Path, a game mode that you can only access after yawning your way through the entire star chart only to have DE spit in your mouth by making you do it all over again. Except this time, most of the player base is gone, forcing you to do it all alone. And all the enemies hit 100 times harder. Perfect for all the people who enjoy having their jewels curb stomped with a single slip up. I actually enjoy Steel Path a lot, even though I played through 99% of it solo. The only thing I didn't like are the things that aren't easy to do solo, like this asshole that I actually somehow beat first try. Or literally any interception mission in the entire solar system. Now, the weapon of course, that carried me through most of Steel Path was the Glaive Prime, whose riven I've been re-rolling this entire time with the steel essence that I earned. Keep in mind, it's only been a few days since I uploaded the last video, and since then I have put a few 100,000 more Kuva into this riven that I'm yet to re-roll into what I want. Why, God, this has taken so many hours of my life. But thanks to this weapon, I've actually cleaned up my entire Steel Path. So, as edgy as it might sound, I walked the Steel Path alone. And the only reason I managed to do that was thanks to the Glaive's absolutely frightening amount of damage, especially when combined with the Kuvanuker. So, here you go, a short little update video on the Glaive Prime to show off more beautiful numbers. I will also show the builds used this time, since I only showed it briefly in the last video. I'll get that out of the way now so that those of you who actually want to go build this can go right ahead. Here's the two builds, one with and one without a riven. Of course, with rivens involved, since their stats are pseudo-random, your build might differ from mine, so your mileage may vary. If you dual-wield the Glaive with a Kuvanuker, build your Kuvanuker to apply the most status possible, so that you can very easily ramp up the damage of your Glaive, just in case you really particularly hate an enemy and you want to ensure that not even its own mother can recognize its disfigured face. Also, do remember to throw the Glaive above your enemies and not directly at them, if you want to get that headshot damage bonus into the mix. That's how you do all those millions and millions of damage up front, but it also feeds into doing a much more devastating slash proc that will most definitely kill the enemy if the upfront damage doesn't. If that's all you came for, you're welcome, please go enjoy it. Anyways, here's some clips of me torturing the solar system.
That's quite big. impressive.